guys, or
I played in team with Archer Tiger, and that was a long time ago. But they're all like decent players. No one stands out, in my opinion.
okay? Just a
But
solid team.
yeah, they definitely can put up a fight. I would
Mhm.
not be surprised.
Again, they're looking to not be a bottom two team, so at least one win here. Ideally, a 2-0 would be very good for them.
Yeah.
Moving forward here. So, anyways, we got the draft here now, so let's start talking about that. The fourth pick even set to come up. Initial bans: Tremble, Ravener, Clanks, and Behemoth coming out. We have Midas in a Warbeast, Magnus in a Parasite, and Silhouette into the Pebbles here. So, but yeah, they let Fresh get Warbeast with their first pick. It's always scary.
Yeah. Definitely. Sibby plays really good Warbeast, and the synergy with the Parasite on the team, scouting in Hellhounds, is really dangerous. So, like it a lot.
You got the following bands of Hellbringer, Puppet Master. Oh no, what was it? It was Nymphora, Revenant, Doctor, Hellbringer, Puppet Master, and Moira. And then the Swiftblade picked up, and now a Torturer coming out for Fresh. So, very possibly going to be that Torturer support here on their side. Sauna's still looking for their support now, as far as what they may want here. So, any support coming to mind here for the Legion team before they pick it here?
Something that synergizes with Silhouette and Swiftblade, maybe Empath. Empath could be really good here.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, yeah.
But other than that, I don't really see any hero that synergizes as well as Empath. Raptor is still up, but the Woody is still okay.
Of course, Voodoo Jester. He's
To mess with the Hellhounds.
okay. That's true. It's
Yep.
it does do that extra long stun against the non-hero units, and you got Parasite that could also be good against too. So there's a couple of reasons as to
Yep.
the pick here. It looks like we've actually seen him a little bit lately, trickling into the competitive scene. I feel like. As far as
Yeah,
his
Cursed
potential.
Round is really, really strong, and the
Yeah.
ultimate.
Now, what I haven't liked seeing with them is that we've seen a couple of players as a main support Voodoo Duster even try to get like a shrunken head or like a Staff of the Master first item even, and I don't know. To me, that feels like you're putting way too much into the ultimate. Instead, you should be playing more of a support in like the tablets, the Storm Spirits, things like that. But
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to get that form. It's a hard support, obviously, but sometimes.
final pick for Fresh coming out. What are we thinking here? They get a carry,
Short
I
laner,
guess.
I'd assume. Yeah, a short lane, maybe a...
Oop, sorry.
I don't know. There are a lot of options. Something that's good against a split push in Silhouette. Ravenor, maybe?
Raven. Malekith's a hero we haven't seen in a while from Probusk. That seems
Rip-
like there is.
Whoa,
Whoa.
The fudge.
Riptide. Okay. What is this about?
I have no clue. I know we can, I don't know, something across the map.
The Eye of the
sure.
Storm, yeah.
Yeah. Glide across the map. Maybe good against split push. No, I don't know.
The
I've not played the hero.
Silence, maybe? I mean, is there value with that? All right, man, this is... And it's Probusk playing it, too.
Yeah, he has a 4-second silence, but Silhouette has a null stone, so
Yeah.
they need someone to move it. But I don't know. I can't say I know why they picked him.
Yeah, this is strange. I remember we saw Riptide actually at the beginning of the season. We saw it with Boxy played it for Bad Monkey Gaming in one of their first matches, and actually it did pretty well. It got off to a great start, and it was, this is a hero that did have a recent rework, and so it's the first time we're seeing it after that, especially. But the team ended up losing in the end. He really skilled off, it seemed like, and wasn't much use as the game picked up. So. Obviously, this is going to be another example now, but what's intriguing to me here, though, is that Probusk is playing it. So Are they actually going to run a side lane Riptide, which actually is a you can do that now with how the change has worked, where
Yeah.
with the in my element. So that's
Yep,
what I'm
that's
curious.
a short lane Riptide. Haven't seen that before.
Yeah.
It might be mid though. Hmm. It could be a mid Riptide. I would not be surprised.
Maybe they're planning to man up here or something.
I feel more. I feel like they're gonna do short lane Pebbles instead. Riptide mid, Suicide, Warbeast.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll have to see.
Okay. Let's see what they do. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the thing with Riptide. It's like, although you can now lane him in the side lanes a little more effectively because of you can have the puddles down, but it still seems like, though, being in the water for a majority of the time in the middle lane and having the chance to gank out of top or bottom with that is pretty powerful too. So, but again, it goes back to how they're playing. They're in the hands of Probusk, and he's usually their very hard carry player, going to be focusing farming a lot of the game. This is just really a strange hero for him. It does not fit that play style of
Nope,
sit back
it
and
doesn't.
farm.
It really doesn't. Feels like Riptide is you have to make a lot of plays for the hero to be efficient with the ultimate across the map, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We just have to wait and see.
That we will. That we will. So, waiting for the pause to finish up right here, of course. Haxerin on the Pebbles here. Going back to his, again, classic days and what he plays now as well. You got Zibbe getting that War Beast. Again, they first picked the War Beast. Not being banned by Sauna Esports, so we'll also see if that comes back to haunt them here. So allowing... oh, they also have the Parasite War Beast synergy, by the way. That's also really good.
Yep, the Hellhounds. It feels like a really tough Warbeast game because Vorieste can mess with the dogs with his cocktail, but you can counter it by macroing them to different directions so they don't bounce to each other, but it's still going to be hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, obviously he has to deal with that, so...
I'm a bit surprised. Isn't HOTe playing jungle for this team?
I can't recall actually if he's actually been their like jungler or not. I want to say they've usually ran more of a dual support anyways, but
Yeah, I'm watching now. He only plays second supports, but he's playing Swiftblade this game. I wonder if they're gonna jungle Swiftblade. Or pull the lane.
Oh, actually, well, no, they got the Magnus secondary support option, so I don't know. We'll see where he ends up, but with his items, it looks like more of a laning Swiftblade here, actually.
Where's Soulette gonna be then?
I would figure bottom. You got Swiftblade top and Midas middle. If I had to guess. Looks like that might be how they're shaping up.
He bought a headshot. That means he's gonna farm. So I guess he's mid then. Swiftblade mid, Suicide Midas.
Okay. That too, yeah. Yeah, Bunny Lover, I believe, is their Suicide player. Actually, I'm not even sure on that. It's been a while since we really cast these guys. Had to focus on that, so
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see where they end up, though. I do know for Fresh, though, we got Warbeast bottom. Riptide is sure enough middle, so that answers that question. And Pebbles Torturer will start top here for them. So, but yeah, I think again, even though you can silent a Riptide now a little more effectively than before, it's powerful having him in that middle.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
they want him there.
It's gonna have a really good time mid against the Swiftblade. It's gonna be free farming. Swiftblade is gonna probably farm as well, but not as much.
Mm-hmm. Huh, he already put down a puddle at the lane. That's interesting. But, I mean, that makes sense. At this, like, obviously they can't do anything about that, so he kind of just always has this buff now, no matter where he is in the middle lane. So yeah, that's actually really strong. I never realized that.
Yes.
Does it ever wear off? Or does it
no,
stay there?
it doesn't.
Okay.
He actually rewarded here though.
Yeah, to make sure they can see him. at least. I guess there's that. But, I mean, he still gets plenty of the other benefits from it, including the enhancements on his other abilities. Being there, and the move speed as well, so that'll be nice. But yeah, oh my god, he's in trouble. That's not going to be enough damage, I don't think. Oh, maybe it is. No!
Ooh, so close.
Very close. Look at this.
Parasite's coming in, though. Oh, Voodoo?
Yeah, Voodoo Chester's actually the one now in a little bit of trouble. He does have the acid cocktail in 3 more seconds. It's not up just yet, though. In comes Riptide trying to secure a kill, but the cocktail bounced to him by Swiftblade. He's not going to chase. There we go, some regen being popped. Voodoo Jester healed up a little bit, but it's not enough. Level 2 Riptide comes out. He pops the undertow, and it secures the kill onto him. Bloodlust kill for Probusk. I'm pretty sure that's the worst thing that could happen for Sana.
Yep. They kinda had it coming though. Voodoo Jester was standing way too far up, especially when they have a Parasite on the enemy team. Got a bit greedy, he should have went for the rune. But now top lane.
Parasite coming in. Midas, Funny Lover, can he escape right here? He has the Elemental Warp, of course. He's going to use it, and it didn't really have much of an angle. And he's definitely going to die as a result there. Iceland Gogo gets credit for the kill in the end, using those boots of his. So Iceland Gogo being very active early on here.
Yeah. As he likes to do. So this is looking really good. They're winning 2 lanes. It's 380 GPM mid, and Sib is getting full experience bottom.
Yeah. This really is, again, so strange. It's a part of me almost wonders if Probusk heard us criticizing him of being a very safe player and, you know, really wanted to, as a hard carry, a lot of sit back and but so now he picks Riptide and is like, I'll show you safe, and now he's going to go crazy aggressive here, but
Maybe.
maybe that's the plan. But yeah, obviously after a great start here, I mean, he's already level 4, 8-2 creep farm. I mean, wouldn't expect him to be beating Swiftblade by any means. It is a 2 versus 1, of course. But he's managing pretty solid, and getting a Bloodlust kill, of course, helps on top of that. However, Swiftblade is having the better time with creep farm, 15-5, compared to the 8-2. So that's expected, though. Midas?
Top.
Yeah.
Missed.
Should he be having this much trouble, you think?
Tort Pebbles, yeah. I don't know. It's so hard to lane against a Tort with level 2 Impalement, but I feel like he should be able to get experience without being in danger.
Yeah.
He has Batter Cry on Pebbles though. No. Okay, yeah, he should probably get wrecked in this lane. But he can always wait for the lane to push in his favor, so being a bit impatient, I guess.
I mean, they don't really have a jungler, so you could say maybe he could just try to farm the jungle a little bit, I guess, but
yeah,
probably need
that's
level
it.
4 for that. Do it a little
Riptide is
better.
112 damage with Batter Cry on 130.
Jeez. Yeah, he hits really hard in that element of his in the water. Meanwhile, middle lane, Swiftblade is actually in trouble. In fact, here comes Riptide. Pops a watery grave. It's not enough damage, though. And I wonder if that's because he was actually out of water when he used it right there. Oh my god, he's in trouble, actually. This tower's doing a lot of damage to him. You see Torture really wants this kill. It's not going to happen, though, and now it's going to backfire, actually. Serenia goes down. Archie Tucker gets credit for the kill, and then it runs away in the end. So they dove a little too much there.
Yeah, they missed out on a lot of damage by not being in the water. It was probably dead otherwise.
How much? Well, it's only 20 damage, actually, at this point. Different, so maybe it wouldn't have been enough. If that's
Isn't
the
there
case.
slow as well?
It does silence and it does slow. You are right. So maybe that all added up together would have been enough.
Yeah.
Good point. God, it gets so much more powerful.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Well, the hero works here. Hey, look at the roam here from the Legion side, by the way. You got Voodoo Jester and Magnus moving around. They find Warbeast, but he's level 5. I don't know if this is actually going to be a kill, especially with Riptide coming out of nowhere. Undertow goes out. And, yep, there goes Magnus, and now Voodoo Jester are going to be the same fate. However, they do kill Warbeast, but it's a double tap for Riptide. Not what you're looking for, once again, if you're Sana Esports. And Probusk is already getting out of hand here.
Mm,
3-0-0.
agreed.
What do you think we should expect to see on Riptide? I know maybe you're not the most the most routine Riptide player by any means, but what would you think makes sense in this case?
Depends if he's gonna roam or farm. But I think Insana Terrors is a popular item on the hero, and it's a really good pickup this game, I'd say. So Steam Boots, Insana Terriers, maybe Elders. I don't know.
Okay.
Wouldn't be out of the question.
So enhancing the right clicks, especially the damage,
Yeah.
the auto attack.
Exactly.
Okay. He does feel like a hero that could go a lot of different options. He could definitely play more as an initiator. I feel like with the a portal key shrunken head route, or you can. I mean, I guess it's that or more of the right click. The more I think about it now, I know Brutalizer actually used to be pretty good on him previously. I wonder if that's still considered
True.
good on him.
You can build him like a Predator, like you did last game.
Yeah. Yeah.
First game.
Maybe that makes sense.
Yeah. He's 170 base damage. Holy shit.
Again, the battle cry kicking in. That's a level 3 battle cry currently. Magma's setting up middle lane, by the way. You can tell Probusk knows something's up, though. He's sitting very far back. He's going to spot. You get spotted right there as he comes out, but Magnus, it's only level 1 Lava Surge. He's too far. Look at that. He undertows, running away. He's just going to. Well, he's going to hug the ledge, I guess, as he does have TP coming in from Pebbles, who ends up dying right there. There he uses his
What's happening?
ultimate. I love this ability, man. The Eye of the Storm. He's going bottom with it. Okay. What's he going to do?
Let's go.
Who's he going to hit? Magnus? Nope. Magnus? Maybe? He's over here. Okay, nope. Changing mind. All right, it's going to stop. That's a hilarious ability. We need to see Riptide more.
Yep.
Common items. There you go. Helmet of Black Legion. I mean, we've only seen him, what, 4 games, I think you said it was our... How many times we've seen him on record, so it's not a whole lot of data to work with, but... And I actually think we've only seen him once since these changes. Again, that's the only game I recall, at least, so... I don't know if there has been more or not. There might have been games that we haven't casted, obviously, that he was played, but... How's Silhouette doing? We're so focused on Riptide, but Silhouette's, meanwhile, yeah, okay. He's 340 gold per minute here at the bottom lane, so Marcus Moy's actually having a pretty good time. And, I mean, Sonic Esports, they are behind, but him and Swiftblade actually are both doing a pretty good start here. So, how do you feel about Sana and their chances so far? I mean, still pretty good, right?
Yeah, but the only downside is that they don't have any gank. Like, who are gonna gank for them? It's gonna be the Midas and the Magnus. But Magnus is Striders, like, level 3, so he's not gonna do anything and he's gonna die here, I think.
Maybe. He has the Eye of the Storm. Is he gonna use it right here? Just uses the Q, the Watery Grave right there, sitting on top of Magnus Steve out there. There's the Eye of the Storm, though. It does stun him out. That's what he's going for, but now he's pretty committed right here, and look at them collapse on top of him. That's going to be a kill, especially with the Cursed Ground. So down goes Riptide. He did not really have the support nearby to make that work, so that's unfortunate. But Pebbles does free farm the top lane while that huge distraction happens, to be fair.
He also got the kill on Magnus with Hellhounds.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
That was in favor of Legion. They got the kill on Riptide.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I was saying, they have a really bad gank lineup, so Hellborn can pretty much do whatever they want this game without being afraid of getting ganked. So that's not something you want to have in your team.
Yeah. Yeah, and again,
But they have a really good late game team, I have to say, with 2 Silhouette and Swiftblade, but they have to get there as well, and it's going to be hard with the pressure from the Pebbles PK.
it's going to be coming very shortly here. 1870 gold saved up right now for this Pebble, so that's just around the corner at this rate. Obviously, again, farming very, very well. So Riptide with that death, though, slowing him down a little bit. 320 GPM for him right now, but he did go the Mystic Vestments here on top of the bottle and Steam Boots. Again, likes to build that build up here. Iceland Gogo, by the way, 2200 gold saved up. Let's see what he goes for here. I think just the routine puzzle box, but he actually doesn't have anything yet, so.
Nope. He might buy Astrolabe like he did last game.
Yeah, that's true. He did. We'll see what he spends that gold eventually on. still farming away with it. Zibe, you mentioned him. He's 1-1-3 right here. As there goes a top tower, by the way, as Ice and Gogo is pushing it in. So that's probably why he's so distracted pushing in this top lane.
Oh, he's gonna have a puzzle box now if he chooses to buy it.
Yeah. Gonna have a level 1 puzzle box at about 11, 12 minutes into the game, maybe. That's pretty quick timing. There we go.
Definitely. Pebbles has the peek though, so this is the timing. Are they gonna give it to him? It looks like they are.
Here we go. There's the jump on a Swiftblade. Quick kill onto him. Obviously, Riptide collapsing with Torture as well, so Swiftblade, good catch. And here's that Eye of the Storm now heading bottom. What's his targets? It looks like he has a couple down here. Yeah. Who's he going for? Silhouette. That's a fake one now. Probably should have picked up on that.
Yep. Yeah, he spawned Illusion in Vision, so he should have picked up. Oh, he's gonna find Wood though.
He's going to be there for the kill, absolutely, especially with Pebbles right there. But now Riptide, he's in a tough spot. Is he going to throw down the In My Element maybe? No, throws out the Undertow for the current time to be in his element. Now he joins in the river. Meanwhile, middle tower goes down to Torture. So, man, 7,600 gold lead right now so far and 5,000 experience lead. So the momentum is real for Fresh here. Game number 1.
Yeah, definitely. It's so hard to make Magnus work at this game. Like, he has been such a non-factor, not flaming the player or anything. It's a really hard game for him. But, like, the Magnus pick hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
I would like to see him farm a bit more stacks. But he's gonna find Riptide here. He might be in trouble.
Well, sets up the initial stun. There is no support nearby. So Riptide again. I'm a little curious. I don't know why Proboscis is refusing to use his In My Element in cases like this to maybe try to get away. And the Cursed Ground is going to take him down right there. I mean, again, he probably would have maybe still died, but I mean, I feel like
Could have been
it
fine,
would help.
Yeah. It's a 45-second cooldown, and I think you can only have one down.
I'm pretty
That
sure,
might-
yeah.
That's probably what he's afraid of.
Yeah,
I mean, he wants to keep it mid lane, but
guess.
it's 45 seconds, so yeah, I agree. He can definitely use it, but I'm just trying to think out his reasoning.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. The Undertow does give you a short burst of 3 seconds, I want to say. Yeah, 3 seconds there where it does put kind of a puddle down for the time being. So there is that. So it's a little bit there. But, yeah, I really think he maybe could be utilizing the actual In My Element ability, the use of it a little more. Or maybe try to go for these kills because, yeah, it's sitting in the middle lane, not necessarily doing a whole lot there. The minimal cooldown. I'm not a professional Riptide player, though, at the same time. So
same.
I'm kind of thinking along logic here and trying to understand more. So
They're going bottom though. It's gonna look into a tower push, maybe a team fight. Like, Hellborn is so strong right now with the puzzle box and Pebble speaking. There's no way they lose a team fight. We'll see though if Legion decides to dodge or take the team fight.
as you're saying right there, it's probably best to
Would
dodge.
do.
Unfortunately, Voodoo Jester runs right into Haxer in there. Who had a Veiled Rot. And sets up an easy kill. And guess who's coming? It's Riptide. He has the ultimate up. Eye of the Storm. They're going to collapse big time right here. He's going to go on and swip into the background. Torture coming in as well. Magnus will stun through on a Parasite. Catches him initially, but here comes an Eye of the Storm. Stun on a Magnus. Gets him out of the Steam Bath, and the quick kill to follow on top of him. Meanwhile, Swift Slashes in the background, just trying to stay alive. If anything, that's not going to happen, though. Silhouette. She got here a little bit late. In fact, she is here now. Tree Grapple's 4. She does have the illusion, though. But she will port 2. But, again, clearly just all the momentum in the world right now for Fresh.
Yep.
Probably not changing.
Those team fights are so hard to take early on, not only because they have a smoked up Pebbles, like finding pickoffs, but also because they have Hellhounds to scout out vision. You have to keep that in mind that they probably have vision on you.
Yeah.
Especially when you run in towards a tower like that.
Absolutely, and you see now again kind of the saving grace, I guess you could say, for the Legion side is that Silhouette is doing solid here, and he actually just needs the Blessed Orb. As there we go, he already had the pattern purchase, so the Null Stone is going to be finished here on Silhouette pretty much now coming out to him, or maybe he didn't have the pattern. Anyways, we'll be finished here shortly, but in the meantime, his teammates do continue to fall. However, they do find Warby, so that's an exchange in their favor, definitely. So just like last game with X-Sync against Fresh, they're relying on the Silhouette, the split push factor here.
Yep, they do.
just a matter of will it work or not. It's
He's not really finding the most farm though. It's only 380 GPM. It's not bad, but he gotta get higher than that if he wants to be able to split push.
Mhm.
Right now he doesn't even have PK, so he has to. The only time he can split push is if he has illusion up.
You look at Riptide bottom lane. He is working on that in Sanitarius. He's going to run into Silhouette right here. Just simply farm with the Kira. There we go. He uses the element right there and put a puddle down, figuring I guess he's going to farm a little bit at least. So he's taking some good damage though. But here comes Pebbles. It was bait all along. Gets the swap off though, and Riptide is going to fall to that Voodoo Jester cursed ground, as well as that Spirit Ward on top of it. However, Pebbles, he's like, you killed my friend. I'm here to kill you in return.
Ooh.
Oh, he went the wrong way, though.
On mid.
Middle lane, minus. Parasite, he's dead. That was the Eruption Magnus, so.
Big place.
All right, it's on Esports and the tower kill. They're like, we're still in this game.
Yeah, definitely. As I said, though, they probably have the better late game, so it's even, but their late game is really good.
Yeah.
On Legion, so they just need to delay and let Silette do his thing.
So the Insanitarius is finished on Riptide now. Okay, he's going to do the Rampage style. He uses Eye of the Storm right from the well. And he's going top lane, I'm guessing, for that Silhouette. I don't know if he can get a solo kill right now, unless Silhouette's softened up a little bit. Because, again, he can't silence him by himself, so there's really no way. He actually is going to find Magnus, though, and that should... No, he didn't Q. He is going to Q. He's not going to get the kill, though. Yeah, he was late on it.
Wait, are they stunned from his ultimate?
Yeah, it stuns them initially.
Oh, then he should have time to silence, shouldn't he?
Yeah, I don't know why.
That's a really good pick-off tool, though. Like a 4-second stun, and then a 4-second silence, and then the Insanitarius pop. It's a lot of damage. So let's go get the top tower, though.
Now, to be fair, the more I'm thinking about it, though, he actually does have to undertow first to get the silence effect. So that's probably why. It's actually, look at this top lane. No, that's a real Silhouette. She swapped back in. Wait, what just happened there? I think Riptide thought that he had swapped out, so ran away. But that was the real Silhouette.
Could have killed him, maybe.
Yeah. That was funky right there. I'm not sure what that was about, but in the end, he gets away, actually.
Bottom, though.
Tower
Gonna be some action. Looks like Magma is running in. No.
You see Warbeast and Pebbles off to the side. There is Swiftblade down there. He's going to be spotted by the Hellhound, actually, but the stun from Pebbles just a little bit too late. Nice spin from Swiftblade. Able to avoid it, but now he's in his tough spot. However, so sides. Oh, went with the dog. That was an unbelievable chuck right there. Swiftblade is going to survive the Parasite. He's trying to run away. He needs to infest that Mauler. He was late on it. He couldn't get it off in time. Pebbles is now running away. So, again, the fight of Sauna Esports is real.
Yeah, and they're going to get Pebbles as well.
There we go. Marcus Boy, I do know, is known for being a really good and comfortable Silhouette player as well. So,
yep, I've heard the same, but it's just they are playing really good right now. Getting back into this game.
They absolutely are. And see, Silhouette all of a sudden is 470 gold per minute, and now this is where you are actually concerned if you're fresh.
You might get a kill on Warbeast.
Oh man, yeah, he's chasing, but realizing that support is coming in, he still might go for it though. He's gonna tree drop right here. He finds Torturer. Torturer hanging around maybe a little bit too long. No, he swaps away though.
This is one of those games where you play Celeste and you can do whatever you want. You could buy a shield breaker right now and you go for pickups all game long. But he, at the same time he can't because he's forced to buy teamfight items, but they have a really hard time locking him down.
Riptide, he's going to try to make a play at the top lane. Does have Pebbles coming. Has to be patient with this. I'm sure he will be. Oh, Lava Surge. Magma should be dead here.
They are nearby though.
That's an easy kill on him. Oh, they are flanking, you're right. They're going to come in right here, and actually Pebbles takes a stun. There's a... Wow, he's definitely dead. Chris ground, not even really necessary there. Simply just enough damage off the bat, so... Yeah, we'll take that exchange.
They definitely will. And Mavis is closing into his PK, so that's great. Great.
You see Parasite. Oh, nice Alchemist Bones, actually. Minus just picking those up. And that catches Iceland Gogo completely off guard. And he's dead. This comeback, man. I mean, it's just they're poking away at it. And you can argue, I mean, I know the goalie still says it's for mint, but I think you can safely say that actually the Legion team is in the better spot now.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely.
And a lot of that's a silhouette. So, yeah, Alchemist Bones pick up on Midas, obviously proving to be the good decision there.
I also bought a PK on Swiftblade, which I really like. I always do this when I play Swiftblade. PK Energizer. It's so good.
Yeah. It's definitely picked up a lot of steam. It seems like that's, I wouldn't say core necessarily for Swiftblades, but it's a popular option.
Yep. Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. What about Brutalizer?
Swift?
Yeah, on Swiftblade. Do you think that's something he should be getting now next as more of that jumper in and ganker kind of hero now, or?
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad at all. Good for pickoffing and also good for team fighting. They're going to have a lot of shrunken heads, so they need physical lockdown, and Brutalizer is great for that.
All right, we'll see what he goes for there. You see Probusk with a Mighty Blade, by the way, so again, that could be several options.
The thing now, though, is that right now, I think Legion will win team fights if they execute correctly. But as you see, they're working on 3 shrunken heads on Hellborns, and when they have those shrunkens, they're gonna win team fights. So they have to either like make shit happen now, or they have to dodge until shrunken heads runs out, or they get more items, so to speak.
I'm loving the items on Warbeast. He actually has 2 Mighty Blades. Yeah. Okay, that's a little funky, but he finishes the shrunken head right there, and now the next one's gonna turn into a Brutalizer, I'm sure. Just funny seeing that. Oh, Silhouette middle lane. Now there's an envious Wild Hunter here that he's not aware of, but he swaps out as well, so not going to get any jump chance. Of course, as you mentioned, though, this is kind of just one of those games where Silhouette, even already, can feel pretty comfortable kind of doing his own thing. Meanwhile, they find a jump on a Torturer as well as Parasite, but that's going to be a quick turn on the Magnus. They didn't really have the backup ready to go, and Swiftblade goes down as well, so very, very... That was a blind jump. I mean, they did not have vision, so not usually a good thing.
Oh, whoa, did you see that?
I didn't actually see it, but he bursted him.
That was like 3 hits.
Yeah.
Holy.
It adds up. Yeah, it's 320 from the Q, and then you get 200 from the W. So you have 500 there, and then obviously the physical damage that he mixes in with his auto attacks, and then 300 from the Eye of the Storm. So yeah, magic damage up front is going to be a lot. And then the physical kicks in with the auto attacks.
Yep. But that was like experience coming into play, or not experience. How should I explain? A bit of a choke, like, not gonna lie. That was a bit of a choke from Legion, and they threw a lot. They're still not out of the game, but they threw a like 8k gold, 8k experience lead. They were even before that happened, and now they have a token, so now they are forced to play safe for like 7 minutes, no, 4 minutes. And that's 4 minutes of farming, so now when the token is over, they're gonna have Shrunkens again, and they have to keep dodging. So now they just have to play the split game again.
What do you think of the decision to give the token to Riptide?
Well, he's gonna man up then at least. Nah, I'm just joking. Warbeast is like, when his ultimate is up, he doesn't really do that much. So it's either Riptide or Pebbles, in my opinion. I think Pebbles would have been a better choice, maybe. Yeah, but either is fine. Riptide hits like a truck, so.
Okay, so I see some people kind of discussing it as well, but I'm still not even sure. I'm trying to figure out this hero still, the Riptide, the new one. The Eye of the Storm ability, so apparently it does say enemies also receive 100% tapering slow, but they also are submerged in water for 5 seconds. So I think what that means is that target will then be affected by like the bonus of the Watery Grave, the Q ability. So if that's the case, then you could just Q right after you hit them with the ultimate, and you'll get the silence and everything on them as well. So if I'm reading that right, at least. So again, I'm not 100% sure on that, and someone can confirm that in chat when this comes up 6 minutes later. But that's interesting. Okay.
Dude, the Legion Freys destroy Hellborn
Still
Tower.
a very new hero on the competitive scene, especially with this rework here. So learning it with you guys. Anyways, they're pushing the middle lane. Silhouette did counter push the top tower, but here we go with Silhouette jumping in, but simply just trying to bait something out there. Not getting much, though, but Riptide has that token for more than 2 minutes still remaining. Going to be pushing here. And there we go with another puddle put down. And look at that. Rax just melt, man.
Yeah, they're not really doing
Damage
anything.
room, powerful eruption coming in, though. Is this going to be enough work? However, Midas goes down right off the bat, and Riptide's still well alive. So Slash is bouncing around. A lot of spread damage, but nobody dying just yet. Everybody stays alive. On the side of Fresh, they take out Midas and Magnus. And in the background, Silhouette trying to make a play. It's unfortunately comes up too short. And she goes down. Back. She does buy back. And, yep, she gets back in, swaps in initially. But she needs to be careful. Yeah, she's going to be turned here. That was a very reckless jump by her, honestly. And you mentioned it earlier, unfortunately. Lack of experience. It's definitely been a bit of throw here. Maybe they just kind of got a little almost jitters of like, oh my god, we're coming back. We're in the lead now.
My god, they're winning. Yeah.
And they're playing a little too silly now, so. Oh, well, they'll get the token at least. That's probably a bad thing, though. That just gave him full life and mana when he was pretty low on both right there, so. Really just reset it for him, and now the tower is going to drop top lane here.
That's like when you play against a doctor. If he has a token, he's out of mana. You're like, don't kill him. He's gonna get full mana and kill us all. Mami's going in though.
They really want to defend this. Silhouette staying dead though. Without him, it's very, very, very difficult for them. So the melee rack's now exposed. I think that they are going to fall back here. Yeah, Riptide is a little low. Really, everyone is kind of as well. So that will be the end of the onslaught at least. But obviously, a lot of damage done by Fresh there, and now coming back is definitely a much tougher task.
Yep.
Than it was before.
That was really like only experience coming to play. That team fight, because it was like they had to read their opponents, like, or what are they doing next? They had a token. Okay, they're gonna push mid. Are we defending or are we not defending? Because now they just poured it back to base. They stood 5 people. They were like, oh, are we gonna team fight? Mm-hmm. They have to be like, guys, we're fighting here, port back, how do we execute this team fight? Magnus, you smoke up, Vuriesta, you smoke up, you run back line, you try to stun them before they shrunken heads. They have to like talk about stuff like that. Yeah. Because now they stood there, Rax went down, and then after Rax were dead, they were like, okay, I have a good jump, now I'm going.
That was a pretty good play by Marcus there. He's stealing some ancients. Yeah. He actually swapped out just before they happened to jump and they were setting up, so good heads up there. But yeah, that's what these group stages are at HTS4 at the same time. And sure, we're in cycle 2 now, and you can only say so long at the same time of like, okay, when are they actually going to learn? But it's still definitely a younger team as them, Revolution and whatnot are. But as these cycles start adding, continue to add up, and if they do remain in Diamond, you're going to have to learn that lesson eventually and make it work. So it's just a matter of when for them here. But in game number 1 right now against Fresh, at least, they are definitely in a tight spot now. And now again, though, they still have Silhouette, and she is farming very well now. She does have a buyback use, so you take that. And as I say that, I'm sorry. Legendary. Just talking about her. Oh, Shrunken Head popped by Riptide just in case. But no response coming out right there. Just simply Silhouette getting picked off, and she is not buying back again.
Nope, she's not. Do you see the PK on Warbeast?
What? That's weird.
Yeah. I like it though.
Okay. You think that's actually a little serious? Or?
Yeah. I think like me and Sibyl likes to buy a lot of similar items. We both buy a lot of tablets and PKs for mobility, and yeah, I definitely like it.
Okay.
Could be a bit of a troll, but I don't think so.
Well, why do you see? He's not a stun. Like, any hero that doesn't have, like, a stun... I mean, obviously, Brutalizer, sure, but you're not guaranteed with that. It feels so odd to me getting a Portico on a hero that doesn't really have a guaranteed follow-up initiation. As I say that, it goes in right there, yeah. He is going to get a Brutalizer proc on Swimblade. Sure
Yep.
enough. So there you go.
He has
That's
been bashing. He has been first hit bashing every time he
Yeah.
jumps someone. So that maybe that's he's initiating now with Tiki.
it all makes sense now. Magnus, he stunts in. Obviously a buyback Swift played right here. So the last stand, you could say, coming out for Sana. And actually, they are going to hold for the time being. But again, they did lose another melee Rax. And they even had to use a couple more buybacks on top of that. And apparently we're not done just yet. Over here, Silhouette, she got committed a little too much. I wasn't even realizing that, but tried to make a play right there. Okay, Casey apparently has you. So Zimi's not the original, apparently. I guess Casey has done it. This, so what about Riptide, though? I mean, what do you think we learned about Riptide here? Is this a hero potentially something that we maybe should see more, could see more, or is this was this a fun pick, but probably wouldn't expect more of it kind of deal?
No, I think he's done a lot of work this game, definitely. Would not be surprised if I saw him up again.
Yeah.
Especially that mid when he went for Midas, he soloed Midas with like 1000 health, and he only had an Insanitarius. So yeah.
Nope. Voodoo Jester dead. Riptide dead for the time being. I mean, he could buy back and post ace, even something like that if he really wanted to, but again, not worth going too crazy here. This game's pretty much all but wrapped up. It's just a matter of either they're finishing the old-fashioned way, or if we are going to see that concede vote coming out for Sana. But he'll actually save the ranged Rax. It almost died, but managed to actually keep it alive right there. Portal key on Parasite, by the way. They're really making a point of these portal keys. In the end, though, he is going to be caught, so a little bit of saving face there from Sana Esports as they get a kill to finish it off. But now that the fighting is over, you wonder if they're going to kind of look at the big picture and realize that, yeah, we're in a tight spot.
Yep.
Or go all in. That's what it seems like they may
They
be
have
doing.
the silhouette. Yeah, they have silhouette still, but yeah, I think it's a bit too late at this point. They're going mid though, so they're gonna get this tower most likely.
Riptide, Axe and the Malphite coming out. Interesting. It's he has strength, right? I'm not wrong on that. Yeah, it is a strength hero.
Yes.
So
He's flying.
I mean, more so gliding with the water that he creates, I guess. But
That damage. Holy.
that was a Midas again. Yeah, it adds up. I mean, the upfront damage is, just doing the math, it's 320 plus 200, 520 plus 400, 920 magic damage, essentially, that he does right off the bat, and then the right clicks come in from the auto attack, so.
It's insane.
By the way, I was getting confirmation that what I was saying earlier, that that's how it works. So yeah, the submerging underwater, it means that the water bonus effects will work on that target, so. There you go. Learn something
That's
there
a
too.
really good pickup potential then. Like the Riptide pick.